beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pertain to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is a little bonus reading. It's about what your guides want you to know. It coincides with that full moon eclipse in Scorpio, which occurred just under 2 days ago. And you will be feeling this energy for the next 2 weeks, okay? Very intense energy. This moon in particular is all about releasing things that no longer serve us, whether that is resentment, baggage from the past, whether it is trust issues or things that have been holding you back, even low self-esteem. This is a time for releasing all of that and getting clear on what you want. Also, this moon actually promotes positive thinking, but also clarity, concentration. So you will feel like your brain is like a supercomputer in the next 2 weeks as you really continue to focus on things with like, it's almost like sharp focus. Everything comes into sharp focus for you, okay? Now I'm going to get all your cards before I do your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? What do you want them to be aware of? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see, okay? And they want one more. That's interesting. They want one more. There it is. We also have, okay, the one who doubts. So a lot of signs are getting the same card, the one who doubts. That's coming up there. So it's amazing how many people, I mean, we're all human. We all have hopes and fears, but we all tend to doubt ourselves at some stage in our life. And your guides want you to be aware that that is something that you are releasing, but also you're gaining a little bit more confidence, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? Now, they're actually showing me, they want me to go one more again. They're actually showing me that you are very, very spiritual. You're very, you're connected quite heavily. You've got a lot of psychic gifts. Now, not every sign got that coming out there, but they are indicating here that you're very intuitive and that they're indicating that you are going to be using your psychic gifts or your intuition a lot more than you have been in the next couple of years. But over the next couple of months in particular, there's going to be a lot of things that really highlight that for you. Yeah, they're just showing me some of you connecting really deeply to a spiritual practice. If you haven't already, you're going to be committing yourself to either source, or perhaps you're someone who has found like religion, for example. My readings are not really about religion, but they're just showing me that there's a lot of faith. You're reconnecting to faith over something in particular, but you're going to recognize that you have very deep spiritual gifts. Now, they're also showing me something about a watch that stopped walking. Right, okay, let me get this right. A watch that stopped working is now working. Okay, a watch that stopped working, this is a tongue twister, a watch that stopped working is now working. Okay, so, I mean, I'm sure everybody at some stage has got a watch that has stopped working and it's like right in the back of the cabinet or something like that. Just got to go get that card. But they're indicating that it actually starts working, okay? So that's going to be over the next 4 to 5 weeks, so look out for that. Now I'm just going to go get that card. One moment, please. Just bring it over here. Nobody needs to see me sort of like, you know, bend over and you see my butt on the camera. So I'm just going to bring it over here so that I can pick it up there, okay? So I just pop that there for you. Now, that's the Five of Cups. So that is about letting go of any resentment or any sort of regrets. I mean, Aries, you tend to be the sort of sign that lives without regrets, okay? That's the sort of one of the traits that you actually have in life, that you try to live life on your own terms without regrets. So I feel like this is any sorrow or sadness, any feeling of abandonment that you may have had in your past. That's something that's definitely sort of coming up over this full moon eclipse period, that you will be releasing some of those sort of energies connected to that. But your guides are also showing me how determined you are in terms of your goals and your dreams, that you never give up. The Hierophant there indicates your determination, your investment in whatever it is you set out to do, and that you have a lot to offer life in general. You do everything with your whole heart, and they actually they're just showing me that in spirit, there's a lot of people willing you on. They're actually guiding you along the way. They're actually standing by the sidelines, like, you know, championing you, as it were. So they just want you to be aware of their presence. Now, either the watch that has stopped and starts working again is their symbol or their signifier over the next 4 to 5 weeks that their presence is being known. Okay, so look out for that. But I think there's another signifier that they will show me later on. They're not showing it to me right now because they're just showing me there's going to be an omen where they sort of they give you a sign about something in particular. Okay, there's a celebration or something really exciting. I mean, there could be, yeah, there's a celebration or something to be celebrated. Okay, but we go deeper. They're not giving me quite what yet, so when it comes, and if it comes, I'll let you know. But we got the one who radiates, and it says Geneva, knowing, ambition, confidence. So they're just showing me how determined you are to succeed, and that is a natural Aries trait. But I feel this is about you in particular, your dedication. This is about your commitment to prosperity. You know, you are going to see the first signs of tangible success. Undeniable evidence that your hard work is paying off is what they're giving me. Also, your dreams are really grounded in reality, and you have some sort of plan that you're committed to. Even if you've got like a 5-year plan or something like that, know that you're on the right path. Now, they also are indicating, especially with the High Priestess here, there is a deep knowing about you. You know things. And sometimes you don't even know why you know things, but you have a lot of inner wisdom that sometimes you doubt, or sometimes you feel it's like you second guess yourself, and your guides want you to be aware. Second guessing yourself just leads you to delay things, because deep down you know the path that you should be walking. Also, they're showing me with this your ambition, your drive, your dedication, and your resourcefulness is what is going to take you to where you want to go. Okay. Confidence is the key to your success, and you're a fire element, so you have a lot of passion, a lot of drive. You're capable of achieving great things. Your guides want you to be aware that you're going through many cycles, okay? And there has been a difficult cycle that you've been going through recently that has made you want to rebel or kick back, or, you know, it's almost like you don't want to. I just feel this energy of, like, you know, you want to kick back against the rules, or there's some sort of hierarchy that right now you're kind of like, you're very knowledgeable. It's almost like you're using your instincts to, how can I put this? It's almost like, it's like you're learning the rules to break the rules, okay? It's not that you're going out of your way to be disobedient or anything like that, but there's something you know you can do better than like a hierarchy, or you can, yeah, I feel like you're kicking back against some sort of rule, and there's been a difficult period where you've been like resisting something. Your guides are showing me that you're going to come out the other side. Everything is working in your favor. Something you've been working towards on your own, or you're dedicated towards, and it's been in delay. I feel like it's coming to you a lot quicker than you expected. Okay, it's coming to you a lot quicker than you expected. We got the Four of Cups here, King of Swords. They really want you to be aware of your thought processes, and that the way you think, you're manifesting as you think. And they're just showing me positive thinking is the key to your success as well, okay? Know that you will be successful and it shall be so. I know we all have doubts. We all have those 3 a.m. thoughts of what if it goes wrong, but they're indicating your thought process in particular is really important. And they're showing me as well that sometimes you wonder if you've got unrealistic expectations, like you deserve success. That's not an unrealistic expectation, absolutely not. You're going to get what you truly deserve and desire. They're indicating as long as you've got a plan, as long as you've got a strategy, whatever you're thinking, you will achieve. It may not come in exactly the form that you're hoping for, it'll come even better, okay? They want you to be aware it'll come even better. Now, the High Priestess, they're just showing me how in tune you are with your intuition and your instincts, but sometimes you doubt yourself. There is a deep inner wisdom here. You have mystical vision. Now, sometimes you need to take a step back or withdraw in order to really work out where you're going, the next part of your journey, how to make your mark in the world. And they're also showing me that you tend to be, and this is not, this is energy that I'm picking up that I don't typically find in an Aries, but maybe this is something you're going through right now, that you may have taken a little bit of a step back or you're withdrawn recently. And this may be even like from friends. You may have gone a little bit off grid for a little while in order to really refocus. There may be something that you're really trying to achieve and you require intense focus without distractions, but they're just showing me a little bit of withdrawal energy. That comes from that High Priestess energy and also the Hermit. So I feel like this is you taking a step back to reassess. You're thinking about something before, it's almost like you're planning something and you're thinking before you act upon it. Whatever it is, the universe is actually going to surprise you. It's going to come quicker than you think. That's what they're indicating. It's coming quicker than you think. So, but it's something positive. They really want you to be aware it's something positive, okay? Now, also, you're very spontaneous. You recognize that life is not logical, and I feel like trusting in the unknown is something that you're drawn to, but you're the sort of person also, you go out there, it's almost like devil's advocate. Sometimes you're like, you know what, I'm going to make my own luck. I'm going to go out there and happen to things. You're happening to life. You're not allowing life to just happen to you. So you're a force to be reckoned with is what they're showing me. We've also got 3 of Cups. Now, 3 of Cups, they're showing me what a good friend you are. Okay, they're showing me that you're a very loving person and you dedicate yourself to your friendships and your circle of support because they've got your back, you've got theirs. But you may have taken a step back recently in order to focus on something that's quite big. Now, I will pull a card and see what that is because they're just showing me here as well that you're very generous, that you share your love, your care, your advice to people. You've got a lot of good advice to give and people do love that. But also they're showing me that sometimes, my beautiful Aries, you don't celebrate yourself. They want you to celebrate yourself. They're showing me how much you have to offer life and love and all of those things, but sometimes you just don't celebrate yourself. You don't see how awesome you are. Your guides want you to be aware. If only you could see yourself through other people's eyes, you'd be really proud of yourself and your guides are really proud of you, okay? Also with this card, there's something here to be excited about, okay? I just feel like you're going to reconnect to your friends very, very soon. And I mean, there's going to be like going out partying and things like that, or your circle of support. You're going to reconnect. You're going to actually, I feel like your friends are actually going to reach out towards you. But they're also showing me with this 3 of Cups that you've got a lot of team spirit. You're the sort of person that you'd want on your side. And whatever it is, the goal that you're trying to accomplish, you will accomplish it. I also feel like there's someone in high places. There's a person who really has taken a shine to you in a way where they value who you are. They appreciate you. They respect and recognize your hard work and what you bring to any team that you're working in. And I feel like they're going to try and elevate you. I do get this energy, and maybe this came out in one of your other readings, but you may have been finding that the more successful you are, the more you feel a little bit alone. So maybe lonely at the top kind of energy. That came up for someone's reading earlier last week, I think it was, and I feel like it was your reading, Aries. So you may feel like the more the more success you gain, the more you need to sort of refocus to keep that success. I mean, remember to reach out to your nearest and dearest as well. You're not alone. People, you know, they are thinking about you, even though they don't say it. I do feel though there's going to be a time where people reach out a little bit more towards you. But there's something here that you're going to be celebrating, okay? Coming together kind of energy where it's a long overdue is what they're showing me. Now also they're showing me that you've been going through a real difficult time. They're showing me that it's been not just an emotionally difficult time, but it's taken a toll on your psyche. So get some rest, of course, take some time out, make sure you protect your energy. They're showing me that you're going through a difficult period, but you're coming out the other side, changed. It's almost like it's been a real tough learning curve where you've had to show how strong you are. Okay, I feel like it's almost like you've been tested and you've passed the test. Okay, they want you to be aware of that. And we've got the one who frees. And it says here, liberation, unrestrained freedom. So you're definitely freeing yourself up from an emotionally turbulent situation, whether this is a relationship you walked away from, or whether this is worry about something, or perhaps it's something, some sort of personal issue to you that you've been going through that's been very difficult. It could be trauma. It could be, it could be a friendship or something like that that has been very disruptive in your life and cause a lot of sadness. You're releasing yourself from that. They really want you to be aware of the handcuffs being released. Okay, so something that you felt tied to that was not good for you, it was detrimental to your well-being. Could even be like a bad diet, for example, or it could be, negative thinking. But they're showing me you've made the first step. Stepping stone towards freeing yourself up from that, and it's plain sailing from there. It's going to get better from there. Now they're also showing me how independent you are, what an independent spirit you are. And you tend to march to the beat of your own drum. You're not a people pleaser. You're also very exciting to be with. People yearn to be in your company. You may not realize this, but people yearn to be in your company because you're always someone who's got something interesting to say. You've got interesting experiences because you're the sort of person who allows yourself to experience life on all areas. You're very open to experiencing life. And, you also are nonconformist. So people sort of gravitate towards that energy. You're an achiever as well. You've got strong emotions, strong passions. And if you're looking for love, looking at this, I feel like you're going to meet someone by surprise. But this is not meant to be a love reading. So if you are looking for love and deep commitment, there is one coming, but it's later on, just so you're aware. The commitment comes later on, but there is a surprise for you. You're going to meet someone by surprise. For those of you who are committed already in a relationship, you're deepening your commitment here, and I feel like you're learning to make space and adjustments for each other's differences is what I'm seeing. And yeah, I feel like you're deepening your commitment. You and your partner may have gone through a difficult period. It doesn't have to be big. May have been a difficult period due to money, or there was some stresses. Things are going to get easier is what they want you to be aware of. Okay, now we've got the Hierophant here. So again, this is about spiritual practices, but it's also about knowledge. So some of you may be called to do meditation, or sit with yourself in 10 minutes of silence in order to really connect to who you are and to work out what next is part of your journey. But they're actually showing me with the Hierophant how dedicated you are and how knowledgeable you are. You don't give yourself enough credit for all the knowledge that you have. You're very intelligent, and this is why a lot of people come to you for advice. But you're really good and you're easy to talk to is what they're showing me. You're a really good listener. You're someone who really sort of extends your care and your love to others, and you actually help people see how they can free themselves up from things that are binding or things that are not good for them. So you're really good at giving really good advice, but your guides want you to be aware sometimes we need to take our own advice. Now that's not me pointing a finger at you, my beautiful Aries. That's something that we all need to be aware of, but your guides are just bringing that up, okay? Now also with this Hierophant card, some of you may gravitate towards sort of careers where you help other people, or you inform other people in some way, a tutor, teacher, being a guru, that sort of thing. I mean, some of you have got, well, they're showing me how spiritual you are and how many psychic gifts you have. You're a real healer as well. So I feel like some of you may gravitate towards being an entrepreneur, setting up your own business to do things like Reiki or yoga, or, you know, personal trainer, or even, you know, people who, you know, life coach, that sort of thing. Some of you are actually really good and use your spiritual gifts, your psychic abilities as well, because there's leadership here. You're capable of being in the hierarchy. So I feel like you are someone who has natural born leader skills, and you are going to make it to the top. But there's something here you needed to free yourself up from, and that one thing is doubt. Okay, because sometimes you doubt what you bring to the table of life, and you bring a lot. Okay, and also you're really hardworking, and they just want you to be aware of focusing on a plan. Sometimes, my beautiful Aries, and again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, they're just indicating to get well organized, because sometimes you're not as, it's not that you're not as well organized as you could be, but sometimes you overthink things. So it's like Hamlet syndrome. You know, you overanalyze things and until such time as it's like analysis paralysis. So just be aware of that. Planning is key to your success as well, having a plan. And I feel like you have one, but sometimes, you know, strategy is important, but sometimes you may get distracted or derailed by, you know, the fun things in life, let's put it that way. You know, you're the sort of person who works hard and plays hard, but they're also indicating that there's something here that you really, really want, and you're focusing on it, you're dedicating yourself to it, and you're going to get it, whatever this is, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. The Knight of Pentacles tells me that your hard work is, and your commitment is going to pay off, okay? This is a card of you being in the flow. You're committed to creating your destiny, your prosperity, and you're going to do it effortlessly and efficiently more in the future. You're going to work harder, sorry, you're going to work smarter, not harder, okay? Also, they're showing me how dedicated you are to things that mean a lot to you. I mean, that's an obvious thing to say, but they really want you to be aware that your true grit, your thoroughness, your industriousness, and your stamina is actually going to pay off financially. There is financial reward here for you, okay? They're also showing me that you're a very reliable person, and that people can trust you. And your word is your bond. They just said your word is your bond. You're very relatable as a person to others, and you've got a lot of patience and a lot of time for people, which your guides tell me that your friends and your family really appreciate, okay? Also with this Knight of Pentacles, you're someone who, you've got great dreams. You've got, how can I put that? You've got high expectations, but sometimes you wonder if your expectations are too high. That's not the case at all. You're actually very pragmatic, and you're actually very real about your dreams, and realistic about what you can achieve and what you can't achieve. You're the sort of person who works hard to get to where you want to go. You overcome any obstacles to get there too. Also, your guides are telling me that you're very faithful, okay? In relationships, you're true blue. When you truly give your heart to another person, you don't look at another. That is who you are. And they keep giving me your word is your bond. Also, they're showing me that you are the sort of person who fights for the underdog, okay? You're the sort of person who's very protective of others, and you always fight for the underdog. You raise people up, and that is a wonderful trait to have. Not everybody has that in this lifetime, so it's really admirable. They're just showing me how admirable you are, how brave you are, how, you know, sometimes it does take you a while to commit to things, is what they're showing me. So it may take you a while to commit in terms of a long-term relationship, but once you're in, you're in, or to marriage and things like that. Again, once you're in, you're in. Or it can mean that sometimes, you know, committing to like long-term established jobs, for example, it's something that, you know, you really think about before you actually connect to that, because your fiery element means you really need something that sparks your synapses, keeps you interested. And, you know, freelance work may be something that has been very sort of attractive to you, but as you get older, of course, you may gravitate towards more of a, you know, a committed sort of like maybe 9-to-5 job or something like that, but that's not your starting point. You're someone who actually, you've got a lot of spontaneous energy, but you'll only commit yourself to a long-term sort of environment if you feel like it's interesting enough to keep your attention and your brain and your passion engaged, okay? Because it's not that you get bored easily, but if it's not where your heart truly belongs, then, you know, you start to get a little bit like antsy, okay? But of course, if your heart's involved in where you're at, you could stay there a lifetime. Now, they've also given me the one who instigates. So, you know, you know what? I feel like, now they're giving me a song. I don't even know if I want to say this song, but anyway, it's a great song. But you know, the song they gave me is "I Am the Fire Starter." So I don't know the lyrics of that song, okay, but there's a lot of like intense energy coming from that song, so I'm going to disconnect from that song, even though it's a great song, but it's really overpowering, the energy. Very famous song, Firestarter. I think it's called oh, what's that band? Prodigy. Okay, so I feel like they're trying to give me a message here. It's almost like you are like a prodigy. You are the sort of person who instigates things. You're the sort of person who starts the passion. You know, you lead with passion and you actually inspire passion in other people. So I feel like that's what the energy they're trying to give me from that song. But you're the sort of person, you get started on things. You have a lot of ambition, a lot of drive. You're enterprising. You step outside the box and you have a brilliance about your mind and your energy. You're a bright spark in the world with a vision, okay? And you're always willing to take the adventurous route to get to where you want to go, okay? And it says here, leadership, provocation, power. Well, I guess that word provocation connects to that fire starter element. You know, I use the sentence that I never use, which is devil's advocate. So I feel like you're always the sort of person that even when you get into like a debate, you try to see things from the other side as well, just for devil's advocate, to see if you can provoke a debate, but also to learn things. And, you know, I feel like you're really good at sort of prodding and poking in terms of conversations in order to get the best debate possible. So you try to cover all bases, okay? Not that you cause arguments or anything like that. I feel like you honor people's differences, but you really, you know, it's like you love brainstorming. Your brain is like on fire with ideas and your imagination is so excited and intrigued by novel ideas and the unfamiliar. So I feel like you always sort of try to go down different routes when it comes to conversations and debates. Also, I mean, that snake there indicates that you've got great rejuvenation powers, that you are someone who has come to this lifetime with a lot of intense power, and you are really good at shedding things that are no longer necessary in your world, so that it keeps propelling you forward. You don't tend to like to look back, only for that lesson, the acknowledgement that you've gone through something, in order so that you don't repeat the pattern. So I feel like you're really good at moving forward in life and you know, letting go of things that just no longer serve you. Also, they want you to be aware, they're showing me, interesting, they're showing me by October of this year, you're right where you're going to want to be. You're right where you want to be. In October of this year, you're right where you want to be. So, I mean, I don't know how many months is till then. We're in May, so June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. In 5 months, you're right where you want to be. So either that's you, whether you're trying to get a new job or a new career, or you're moving in some way, you're right where you want to be. Okay, that's what they're showing me. I mean, it could be that you want a promotion or something like that. So we've also got the one who doubts. Fear, wariness, trust. Now, they're showing me that you are literally a natural born leader or a warrior type energy. You always are the first person to protect someone, as I said, or fight for the underdog or something like that. You're very admirable in everything that you do. But I feel like you've gone through an experience in life that has marked you. And I feel like there's a little bit of anxiety that goes with that. We do not come to this lifetime with fear or with trust issues. It is something we experience and have learnt from. So I feel here that sometimes you doubt your wonderful self based on an experience from your past. This is something you're definitely going to be shedding, okay, as you move through this full moon period. Now I'm just going to pull a quick card on... Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. This energy of you sort of breaking the rules or wanting to break the rules, kicking back. 3 of Swords. Okay, so something has really upset you, made you feel sorrowful. It's been difficult. You may have felt like you couldn't do anything about it, or you felt the power been taken away from you. Six of Pentacles indicates it will all be balanced out. Things are going to work in your favor. Hermit in reverse. Now the Hermit in reverse can be that you're not going to repeat a mistake. You're not going to repeat a pattern. You've learned a lesson about something. Nobody's going to take advantage of you again, is what I'm feeling here with this. Three of Swords, now this could be some sort of separation that you've been going through. It doesn't have to be a romantic separation. It can mean that there's been difficulty in your life, or you're cutting things out of your life that cause you difficulty or pain. This can be that you've been really going through a journey of suffering or tension in some way, or despair, and you didn't know what to do. You didn't know how to act upon it. The Knight of Swords in the reverse can also mean that perhaps there was somebody who was deliberately unkind to you, or verbally unkind in some way. Now, it doesn't have to be something that's absolutely recent. It's something that has made a mark on your psyche, something that has really hurt you in the past, that you felt powerless in. The Hermit in the reverse indicates a desire to never ever repeat a pattern or mistake again. And you may have felt very stuck, isolated, and lonely because of this. Some of you may have even withdrawn because of this experience, and that's what that energy is that I'm picking up in your reading. They're just showing me that this is all about to change. You've learned a lesson, or you've been dealt a hard lesson, and you may have withdrawn in order to really focus on yourself. But things are going to come back into balance, and the universe is actually going to send you a gift. It doesn't have to be a financial gift, but it is an unexpected gift from the universe that's going to be a happy surprise. Okay, the Six of Pentacles indicates the universe intervenes to bring some good karma your way, but everything else is sort of balanced out. So if you've been going through a very difficult time, your guides are telling me that things are going to get better. They're going to even themselves out. You're so generous and so giving and loving in your life. Be mindful of overgiving, okay? But I feel like you've already learned this lesson, and I feel like you're going to take a little bit more time for you. We've also got the Hermit here. This is in the upright, of course. The Hermit is telling me how you've endured quite a lot. You're stronger. You're stronger because of what you've gone through. Now, sometimes we go through difficult experiences because they shape our character to make us stronger and spiritually ascend to where we want to go. Now, the Hermit energy is telling me, your guides are telling me how intelligent you are. We've already said that, but they want you to be aware, to trust your inner wisdom, trust your inner knowledge. Sometimes you don't always have to be jumping right into the mix and be involved in everything. Sometimes you can take a step back to really focus on you. A little bit more me time is necessary for you to power up your energy, okay? Also, your guides are telling me that life is very loud and fast-paced for you normally. Try to find pockets or moments where you can find some downtime, some silence, because they're trying to connect to you. They're trying to give you messages, but life is so busy and loud that sometimes they feel like you cannot hear them. So they want you to just take some time, slow down sometimes if you can. But they're just showing me how independent you are, but also how courageous you are. You have a lot of strength and endurance. You came to this lifetime with those qualities because you've endured some hardships, and you find a way to thrive in uncertain circumstances. You may have felt recently that your motivation or your drive or your energy was lacking, and you may have lost a little bit of direction or lost a little bit of hope in the world. The Hermit does not take themselves out of the rat race or go into a cave unless they're feeling a little bit jaded or fed up. There may have been some sort of disappointment that you've gone through that has really made you feel you need to take a step back. You're powering up your energy, and you're going to rediscover parts of yourself that make you you, and you're going to find that passion, that motivation, that drive once again. If you've been feeling weary and sometimes, even when I was younger, sometimes there'd be days, especially when I was going through difficult things and I was maybe even 25, and I'd feel like a 90-year-old woman, and I'd be like, you know what, I just feel so drained because of my circumstances. You're actually going to get a power up of energy, and there's some really good news and some really great things coming into your world that's going to make you smile, and it's all going to have been worth it when you come out the other side, okay? Also, the Hermit energy, they're just showing me that there's a wish here, something that you've been wishing for that you feel is not going to come true, but they're indicating by October of this year, you're going to be right where you want to be. So whatever that is, it's going to come within that time frame, okay? Because they're highlighting that the star is actually a wish, and it's the stars are aligning to put you in that position to get what you want, to get what you achieve. And you know you've waited for that. Now the Hangman is a card of inversion, or a card of sort of reversals. Everything seems like it's upside down for you, or has been feeling like it's upside down. But in that, you will find your happiness because you're creating new perspectives. Also, you're accepting something that was difficult, and once you can accept it, you can let it go, okay? You can let it flow. Now, I will be doing a competition for one lucky subscriber to win a free personal reading. So I'll let you know how to win that at the end of the reading, because some people are here for the messages only, some people are here for both. But this card indicates you make a lot of sacrifices for everything and everybody in your world, and sometimes you need to take some time for you because you give so much of yourself. So your guides are telling me that you've actually made a lot of sacrifices for career goals and for career paths, or your life's purpose path. It is all for the greater good. There will be success. It will pay off. Your hard work is going to lead you to the success that you deserve and desire. Prosperity in its purest form is showing up for you in this lifetime, okay? And everything that you've been trying to manifest, all that abundance is coming towards you, but you have had to learn to wait. That is one of the life lessons that you've been taught, okay, which is patience. Now, nobody likes to hear that word, but you know, I mean, we've all been taught that. But I feel because you're a fire element and you're the sort of person who goes after what you want straight away, it's not that you're impatient. It's just that you know that you're capable of achieving these things, so you want to get started. Your guides are telling me that you have, one of your life lessons was patience, okay? So I feel like that's something you've been dealing with recently in all areas of your life. Something has been teaching you to have patience. Now, we've also got the Four of Cups. So they're indicating here that there is a surprise. I mean, this is another card that is all of a sudden the universe steps in and brings you something greater, because there's been some sort of disappointment or disenchantment with the world. And I feel like, you know, it's almost like things are so saturated for you right now that you're like, you know what, I'm so over everything. But there's going to be something that really sparks some energy in your heart. Something that you felt like either you missed out on, or okay, I'm just going to go get that because I never have like an alarm, and I don't live on alarms. I normally naturally wake up with the light. So this is crazy, and I'm just going to go get that. One moment, please. Okay, my beautiful Aries, that was really weird. As I was saying, I tend to wake up naturally with the light. So I don't really set alarms. That's so weird. And there's no alarm set. When I went into my cell phone, there was no alarm set. So I really can't tell you what that is. And my phone's on silent. So it is an alarm that has popped up there, but there's none sort of set. So anyway, I really don't understand technology, but perhaps it's something to do with now is the time. Something you've been waiting for is showing up for you. I really can't explain that. So, I mean, I don't understand technology, so I'll just leave it like that. So I do apologize for the intervention, the disruption there. But the Four of Cups shows that it's like either you've gone through some sort of disappointment or discouragement in some way. The universe is bringing you something greater, something more in line with your heart, something you're going to be really happy about. The Four of Cups is about trusting in the abundance of opportunities, and that there may have been a lull in action or nothing was happening for a while, but it's a chance for you to dream even bigger than before, and the universe is actually conspiring on your behalf to bring it towards you. The universe does not want you to be disappointed, okay? So I feel like you're simply letting something go that no longer deserves a place in your life, and you're responding to different situations differently, and you're having your desires met. Having faith is important, and I feel with the Hierophant and the High Priestess, you're starting to have faith again after a long period of feeling like things are completely out of control, or you're feeling stuck in a rut, okay? Now also they're showing me what an incredible imagination you have, okay? So you're really good at visualizing, and remember your connection to spirit. Because Aries, I mean, the Magician card is an Aries card, so there is magic about you. You're capable of manifesting and creating anything that you want. You're capable of great accomplishments, okay? It just requires your focus. But sometimes, as I said, you may get distracted by things, but there's something here that you're not distracted, and you're focusing intensely on. This is the thing that you will achieve and you will have before October 2022, okay? Just so you're aware. Now the King of Swords, the thinker, and they're showing me how truthful you are, how honest you are, how actually, you're very passionate about what you do, but sometimes you have a head over heart kind of battle going on within you. And sometimes when you overthink things, you may miss out on an opportunity, or you may delay things. Spirit want you to be aware, trust your intuition, okay? But you're very good at thinking before you act. So creating like a plan or a strategy is important for you as you move through life. Also, they're just showing me you just know things. They keep coming back to this thing that you just know things, okay? You're very sharp mind, very intelligent. And they're also showing me that in your lifetime, you may cross water to live somewhere international, somewhere where you did not grow up. They're showing me that you will relocate, or you desire to relocate, or even work somewhere else, okay? As you get older, you'll seek to live in another country. That's what they're showing me. This may be something that's part of your plan, or it may be something that spontaneously you do, but it's definitely something that will be on your mind to relocate to somewhere international. It's like this. Also, they're showing me that you will you've got great analytical skills. So they're also showing me that anything that requires attention to detail, or analysis, or intense focus on like number crunching, data analysis, that sort of thing, patterns, you're really good at that. You notice patterns. You're really good and really astute, okay, at that as well. You have a lot of clear thinking, but sometimes you overthink is what they're showing me. Especially when there's a disappointment, or you feel like something you missed out on. Like, for example, if you went for a promotion or a raise and you got missed out for that particular opportunity, you get all up in your head and you start to think about all the things that you lack, or that it's almost like you feel disappointed in yourself. Your guides want you to be aware of that's it. The things that are meant for you will never pass you by. It's not personal. They want you to be aware it's not personal. What is meant for you will never ever pass you by, okay? Now also we've got the Five of Cups, and I'm going to pull a card on that Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is basically about loss or lack, having difficulties. Now they're showing me that you have gone through some difficult times, but they're also showing me how you self-sacrifice a lot for others, okay? And sometimes when you overgive, you're not expecting anything in return, but when someone then starts to take and take and take and expect, then you may be left disappointed. Okay, so they're just showing me that. Now, if you had a disappointment in love, or a high level of commitment with somebody, and you're currently in a single energy, they're indicating that there is a love relationship coming. Of course, everybody always says, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But yeah, they keep indicating that in October of this year, you're right where you want to be, okay? But there is a love relationship coming. Now, also, your guides want you to be aware of, don't focus on all the things you feel you do not have. Okay, whether you feel like, oh, you're not as creative as the next person, or you're, you haven't got this qualification, or, they want you to be aware that you have your own journey to walk, and other people lack things that you've got. So they really want you to be aware to focus on how awesome you are, what you bring to the table, how determined you are to succeed, how lovable you are as a friend and as a partner, okay? And that anybody who gets into a relationship with you would hit jackpot, because you're so giving, you're so loving, you're so passionate, and once you commit to them, you're in. And they just keep showing me how admirable you are as well, okay? Very talented at what you do. You're very, very good at what you do. They keep pointing to the head for me. Keep pointing to the head. So maybe this is, well, I feel like they keep emphasizing your intelligence. Also, you're capable of negotiating like better deals for yourself. You're very good at negotiating things. But I feel if you've been having difficulty like with headaches and things over the full moon period, it's been a very sensitive full moon, so it may have affected you in that way. They also show me the ear, so maybe headache, earache over this full moon period. I mean, if it continues, of course, get it checked out. I'm not a medical professional, but it may be something that you've been experiencing with the intense energies over that full moon period. Okay, thank you so much. Or had a lot of sensitivity in that area. Oh my gosh, what is it about your cards like jumping right over there? That's so crazy. We got the Queen of Cups, which tells me that you're an overgiver, but also with the Queen of Cups and the Moon, it just tells me how spiritual you are. Your gifts are like off the charts. Also, you're a healer. Okay, the Queen of Cups tells me that you're an overgiver for sure, and you need to be discerning about the love that you give to others, because some people are not as pure-hearted as you. They will take and they will take and they will take. So, you know, guard your beautiful heart. They're showing me how compassionate you are and how generous you are and how you love with wild abandon when you're committed to somebody. Also, you're very nurturing to people, and you're actually a really good friend. They want you to be aware of self-care, okay? To find some time for yourself. But again, I keep getting this energy that some of you may go into careers where you heal or you help others, or in some way you use your spiritual gifts to in some way enhance someone's life in order to make things better, okay? You are worthy of love and respect, they just said. You are worthy of love and respect, because that's what you give others. So remember that you are always worthy of love and respect. That's a very important message. Have some compassion with yourself, your guide said, because you don't leave enough time for you. Okay, you can be the change that you want to see in the world. I know that's such a cliched sentence, and I never get stuff like that, but they're just giving me that right now. You can be the change you want to see in the world. It starts with self-care, loving yourself fully, because if we had lots of humans who went around who love themselves in a really healthy way, without any like low self-esteem or insecurities and things like that, you know, the world would actually be a better place, because once love starts from within for oneself, it emanates out and it starts to feed the rest of the world. So, you know, this is about raising vibrations, and you're someone who I feel like you tend to be someone who tries to support the world and your community in ways that you can. I feel like you're the sort of person who fights for what is right and wants to see wonderful changes in the world. They also indicate that you have a wonderful, open-hearted inner child. You're so playful, so curious, and you're so exciting to be with. That's what people love about you. Don't ever change. You are your brilliant, wonderful, authentic self, okay? We've also got the moon there. Now, the moon is an energy of sometimes transformation, where you know, we look at our shadow side, we become aware of the things or the lessons within that is building fear. It's about purging those negative aspects in order to become aware of inner answers, and sort of using our intuition to guide us subconsciously. Also, the moon indicates here with that path down the center, there may be a real fight or flight energy within you, my beautiful Aries, about independence and settling down. That's in all areas of your life, okay? That's in relationships, that's in job situations. That's why I mentioned that freelance over, you know, a long-term committed contract. There may have been that within your soul all the time. Should I commit to this? Because you have this element about yourself where you want to be free. Okay, you have that independent streak about you, and that's in all areas of life, but you always find a way. They're showing me that you will find a way to overcome obstacles, and the moon energy tends to be about the unseen popping out of nowhere. It can mean that there is a great opportunity that's lying in the shadows for you, just waiting for the right perfect moment to pop in and illuminate itself to you, okay? Now, they're also indicating here, yeah, there's some really good news. There is an opportunity just popping on in. I mean, 3 cards and the energy that I'm getting from your guides, they've all told me that there is something exciting that you're not even aware of that is headed your way that's going to really make you smile. So look out for that. They've not given me a symbol or an omen or any sort of indication of what you should be looking out for as a message. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Now they're giving it to me that I've mentioned that you haven't been given it yet. They're showing me a book. You're going to see a title of a book. It speaks to you. It speaks to everything that you want an answer to, I feel. It may even be the title of the book that you want to pick up and actually read, or it can literally be the title of the book on its own that is a sign. Now, I feel like this is a book that you see somewhere that someone's either left behind. It could be on like a train carriage. It can be like left on the sidewalk, or, you know, I feel like if it's in a, I mean, if you went to a bookstore, I feel like it's something that like has fallen off the shelf and is on the floor. It feels like the book is out of place somewhere. Okay, look out for this book over the next 4 to 5 weeks. It may even be like you ask a question to your guides, like, what do I do next? And then the title of the book is something like, do you want to know what to do next? Read this book. I mean, it could be something like that. I'm just giving you an example. But I feel the title of the book that seems like it's out of place has a message specifically for you. So look out for that, okay? I never really get books. That's really interesting. Also, they're showing me that you tend to attract people who are quite needy, okay? That you tend to attract people who are quite needy and may have codependency. So, I mean, watch out for that. Be very discerning about the company that you keep. They may try to control you in some sort of way, and I feel like they don't understand your, it's not that your desire to have freedom, but they try to control you, because it's almost like you've got so much energy, so much light, you're a light being, that people gravitate towards you for your love, your care, your nurture, your excitement. They always, it's almost like they feed off your energy. So, I mean, we are all needy at some point in our life. We all go through an experience where we need others, or we feel a desire to be attached to something. We all go through that. But I feel like you tend to meet or gravitate or have people come into your world who always tend to take. So just be a little bit mindful and protective of your energy, my beautiful Aries, okay? I'm just going to get some final cards before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful... They want that one. Okay. So we've got Sea Otter, Happiness. That is your first one. We've also got Black Bear, Guardian, and we've got Humpback Whale, Singer. Okay, so Humpback Whale, Singer. It says, sing healing songs for the world. As I said, you really care about the world, and you're always trying. That quote that they gave me, that was wonderful. What was it? Be the change in the world that you want to see, or something like that. It says, your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Okay. Also, whales, they're so intuitive, so emphatic, so sensitive. You know, they've even got that sonar, that's whale song, where they sort of emit a frequency where they can, you know, they can build a map of their surroundings with their intuition, with their frequency, with their vibrations. And that is something that you've got. You've got that real sensitive part of you that can gauge a scenario. You go deeper, you can see under the surface. Also, they're showing me that you're going to be very, very sensitive with this super moon that just went on, full moon eclipse that sort of aligned with the super moon. They're showing me that you're going to be very, very sensitive for the next 2 weeks in particular. Go easy on yourself, have compassion for yourself, okay? Now we got Black Bear, Guardian. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. Now, you may also feel a lot of responsibility for others in your soul tribe, whether it's your family or your siblings or, you know, friends. You know, that's a wonderful trait you have, but remember to take the pressure off. You know, sometimes you can reach out to others and delegate and, you know, or ask for help. Because we got 3 of Cups there as well, which means your friends really love you. They really care about you, and they would be there for you as well if you need them. Don't always feel like you got to have to do everything all by yourself, okay? If you've been feeling a lot of pressure, reach out to someone in your family and say, hey, you know what, I've been feeling a heavy responsibility recently. You know, can I share this with you? Or, you know, in some way, I feel like, just go easy on yourself, okay? We've also got Sea Otter, Happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Okay, so again, if you're looking for love, there's definitely someone on the horizon for you. But this is about your playful spirit, okay? Working hard, playing hard. And I said you are that bright spark. You've got a wonderful, playful, childlike spirit within you. Nurture it. Don't forget it. As we get older, we start to disconnect from those things and that element of ourselves. But you are always that wonderful, playful spirit. You know, it's no accident that the Fool card is actually an Aries card, because that's all about taking, you know, leaps of faith. It's about taking chances, opening up to new paths of adventure, and that is your spirit. That is who you are deep down. Don't forget to nurture that part of you, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Any advice, any further advice for my beautiful Aries? Can you please guide them? Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. No. The deck is getting complicated now, so obviously this is an important message. Now they're actually showing me, you know, Poseidon has got that fork, is it called a trident? They're showing me that image, the trident fork. I think it's called a trident. I might be wrong, but Poseidon's got that fork. It's got 3 prongs on the fork. I think it's called trident. But anyway, they're showing me that as an image in the water right now. That's a signifier or an omen. That's one of the things that you'll see over the next 4 to 5 weeks. They're saying within 3 to 5 weeks. 3 to 5 weeks. Okay, 3 to 5 weeks. You will see this image. It could be a logo. It could be, it could mean something to you. You may have something like that tattooed on you. It could even be a drawing or a painting or something you see on a billboard. It's something that you've been powerfully trying to manifest, and it's like you spirit. It's like you're right on target. Okay, it's a signifier from your guides. You're right on target, and something that you've been trying to manifest comes into your world. It is a surprise, but that's like a little indicator from your guides that they're with you and helping you get to where you want to go. Now, the first card we got is, you can't wake a person who is pretending to be asleep. You can't wake another person who is pretending to be asleep. You can't wake a person who is pretending to be asleep. Ain't that the truth? Okay? Because you're never going to be able to help that person, because they know, they're aware of their actions. They are aware. That's so important, okay? We've also got, don't be afraid to cry. Yeah, this is going to be a very sensitive 2 weeks for you, okay? I was going to mention the tears, but you know yourself. I'm sending you the biggest hug I have to offer, my beautiful Aries. It does get easier. It will get easier. And I'm sending you all of my love right through the camera. If I could reach out, as I said, and gather you all up and give you the biggest hug I have, I absolutely would. It says, don't be afraid to cry. It will free your mind of sorrowful thoughts. It actually purges things. It's stronger to cry and release and be vulnerable, to let things go and let it flow. It is actually easier once you release it, because as we build things up, it becomes all pent up pressure, emotion, and sometimes we need that release. It actually feels better. When I was going through a real difficult period, I would literally put myself in a bath and I would just cry for hours in that bath. But I can tell you, once I slept on it the next day, I felt like I was flying. I just felt my guides came to my aid. I'd asked for so many things, and then things got better. But so, don't be afraid to release the pressure through whatever means you feel right for you. So we've got birds, okay? And it says here, it's time to expand your wings. No one can bring you down. Okay, it says freedom awaits, soaring high, thriving. You're going to be very, very successful. You're rising, you're elevating. There's a lot of evolution in your chart. And, number 7 is a Chariot card, which means you're overcoming these obstacles now towards success. Okay, you can be self-assured that you're meeting any challenge head on and you're overcoming it. This is victory, okay? Also, I feel like people are going to watch you sort of rise and celebrate, even the ones who are naysayers or have not been supporting your journey. They're actually going to watch you fly, okay? And we've also got openness. And it says, create the atmosphere of openness and trust without the game playing. Transparency, vulnerability, receptivity. So, if you've been guilty of that, my beautiful Aries, in the past or even in the present, of presenting one sort of energy when really you mean another, we all do it at some stage. Even in arguments, we may say things that we don't mean, or we may even tell a person that we can't deal with this and we don't want to be in this situation when all we really want to say is I love you. Can you not see how much I love you? You know, sometimes humans are so complex, we sometimes do the opposite. It's so weird. I wish we all had a little speech bubble above our head that said what we truly wanted to say. But they're just showing me here as well, even though there's no arrows on this, they're showing me arrows. So they're actually showing me that you're actually going to hit your target, or I feel like you're going to get what you want. Just be open about it. Whether that's a love relationship, whether that's about, you know, a promotion, or, you know, being honest and open about it and speaking your truth, people respect you more. And you always do that anyway, Aries, but there may be some difficult times in your life, or you have been going through something difficult right now where you may have withdrawn, okay? And some people, you know, when you withdraw from something, you don't say something, people build their own story, and that's fine, okay? But don't allow people to build your own story, okay? Own your story is what they're kind of giving me with that, okay? Now I'm just going to finally give you some power oracle deck cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? Anything further? Oh, okay. We have, they just bounced off the top of the deck and sort of bounced out, so that's why they popped out backwards there. I am unbreakable, and that is the truth. You are unbreakable and you are beautiful, okay? You're strong and you're going to overcome whatever it is that you set out to do. It's number 14, which is the Temperance card, and that is all about you know, balance, harmony, patience, and moderation. We've also got I can change my thoughts. So any negative self-thinking, or, you know, self-talking, you know, let it all go. It's number 4, which is the Emperor energy. So that's all about empowerment. You can change your thoughts. That's the only thing we can really change. The one constant in life is change. The seasons change, people change, our situations change, the world is changing. The one thing we have control over are our thoughts and how we feel about those things. So we can change how we feel about them and then change the outcome for ourselves by positive thinking, okay? I'm just going to finally get you 3 runes before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Let me just see if I got 3 because I'm closing my eyes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just going to feel them, so see if I get any energy from them before I give them to you. Okay, so the first one here we have, they just show me abundance, the word abundance. Okay, so I'm going to look at it now. Okay, yeah, so this actually means harvest. Okay, so this is all your hard work paying off. Also, you know, the rune itself is year, okay, and this is, you know, everything you've been working hard towards, there is reward. Okay, your dedication, your commitment is going to pay off. Now, some of you also may be going through some legalities or need to require to sign contracts and things like that. There will be a very successful connection to those contracts. You'll be very happy with those. Please check all the details when you sign. Make sure you read small print. Now, also we've got okay, so we have, you know, they're just showing me a stop sign like this. So I don't know what that means. So stop is to wait or something like that. I mean, okay, I'm gonna have to look at this this particular rune because I can't quite grasp the energy to stop. Oh, okay, yeah, that is patience. Okay, that is you know, need to you know, this is one of the lessons. Perhaps you've been overcoming obstacles like having to have patience out of necessity, okay? That can also connect to stress, this one. So perhaps you've been going through a lot of responsibility or stress. They're indicating this too shall pass, okay, for you. And finally, okay, so this is water because I'm actually feeling like I'm in a swimming pool right now. And I can't imagine anyone's in a swimming pool listening to this reading, but they're just giving me this energy of being in a swimming pool. So I'm guessing it's water. Yeah, it's water. Okay, so this is all about your emotions, but also that you've got psychic abilities. Trust your intuitions, please. It will never lead you astray. Also be open to the goodness that is coming your way, because there is a lot of abundance headed your way, okay? but pay close attention to your dreams. They really do have value, and you're something that you thought about giving up on, or you thought all was lost. The universe is going to show you it's not lost. There's something really great here for you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If you'd like to be with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is put 5 things down, list them 5 things on a piece of paper of things you want to release from your world, okay? Whether it's negative self-thinking, whether it's baggage from the past, whether it is, overgiving, whatever it is that you want to release, write 5 things on a piece of paper and find a creative way of releasing it. So maybe going outside and safely doing a burning ritual to release that paper into the universe. Or you could rip it up and, go across town, put it in a trash can that's far away from your apartment or where you live. Just find a creative way that really resonates with you to release that, okay? In the comments box below, just put this sentence: I've let it go, now I'm in the flow. And I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of June, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only, okay? Also, if something resonated in this reading for you, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me too, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries. Love and light.